It tastes the way that it smells, like very classic dinner at home. Whatever it is, I ain't got it. Ugh, man. We're having chicken. I had my doubts. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. So, I have clearly lost my ever-loving mind. If you saw the last video where I made the duck breast, things did not go so well. I don't think it's supposed to look like this. So while I was preparing for this next video and I'm thinking, oh, what recipe should I make? Tell me why I thought this was an appropriate follow-up to that video. Guys, tell me why I thought this was a good idea. In what world do we think that I have the skills for this? Yeah, so I have lost my mind. But we're gonna do it anyway because it looked delicious and because I had a bag of oranges that I swear was gonna go bad sometime soon and I just didn't want them to go to waste. So I felt like I'll just do the most. Okay, so this recipe is brought to you by Carolina Glenn. I believe it's Glenn because it's Gelen. She's got 1.4 million followers and she's a New York Times bestseller and she cooks for New York Times Cooking. So I'm really not sure how I am just now finding this woman, but so glad I did because this recipe looks bomb.com. Are the kids still saying that? Okay, so I have all the ingredients. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. Like, it's not hard. It's just that it takes a few steps. At least I think so. There's just something very classy and sexy about being able to, like, roast a chicken. I feel like it's like the original date night recipe from back in the day, or like, you know, work colleagues coming over from the day. Just like very classic dinner at home is a roast chicken. And like, you know, your hair is perfectly coiffed and you're wearing like pearls and like a tea-length dress and all that. I mean, you know, you get the vibe. So if you've watched any of these videos, you know that every single recipe, despite my best effort, I'm going to screw something up. We're going to start with the fact that her recipe calls for 2 fennel bulbs, and I've never cooked with fennel before, so I didn't know that this whole thing was just 1. So we're starting off great. I don't know how to cut these, but in the picture, she like cuts them this way, but she uses the top part to decorate with in the end. I'm just gonna like do a little this. And then I'm going to save all of these because she recommends that you use all the scraps and make a stock at the end. Although I will say, Allison Roman taught me to make stock out of my scraps way before I ever knew this girl. I just have to shout out my girl. I feel like I'm doing this the hard way, y'all. I feel like there's a better way to do this. And if you see her video on Instagram, her fennels are stunningly gorgeous. I mean, stunning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, well, I know that I take the olive oil and that goes in the pan first. And then orange slices. Now, she says to cut them 1/2 inch thick, and you should get about 7 slices out of it. This is not 1/2 inch. How many slices is this? 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the pan that I got on thrift. Isn't it cute? I feel like it's just very, like, classic. Very white porcelain, will use this forever vibes. Okay, so these smell amazing. Kind of cute. I wonder if I made them too big. I mean, are they not supposed to be? Is that too big? I don't know. We're just going to go with it. All right. On top of that goes shallot. Thankfully, we don't have to like cut these in any special way because she honestly just has them kind of like this. I was talking to this guy one day and I remember he gave me like this quiz, which is also really stupid. But he goes, if I had my boss coming over one day, like, and I just called you from home and I'm like, on the way home and I'm like, babe, the boss is coming over. What would you cook for us? And I said, so you're telling me it's last minute and you're calling to tell me that he's coming over, which means it's already at or close to 5 o'clock. So I don't have time to go to the grocery store and so I'm going to have to pull whatever's in the fridge. I said, well, in that case, I would probably do roast chicken because you literally cannot go wrong with it. Everybody loves it. That's what I would make. And he goes, I would think that you would do blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what he said. And I just remember feeling so like, well, you know, excuse me. Because yes, I'd love to impress your boss with like something else, but you're asking me what I would make on the spot. It's something I know that I have. That's what I would make. I mean, I don't know. Is that wrong? Guys, to let me know, comment. I didn't know that that was such a bad thing. I didn't say I was going to stop at Walmart and get a chicken out of the thing. I said, I'm going to roast it at home. That means literally the guy's going to walk in and he's going to smell like happiness. So I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. Like, I normally have a lot of seafood on hand, yes. But like, if you wanted something impressive that you can plate beautifully, that you can, that's gonna do like the thing, you go for the roast chicken. I don't know. I thought I was bougie, but okay. So after we've got our orange, olive oil, and our shallots in here, then we want to take a cup of orange juice and pour that in. I'm going to set this aside and go grab the chicken. No, I'm not. I just lied. Next, I'm going to work on the marinade. So let's do that. One more thing we need to do is hit this with some salt. Okay, stay there. All right, so the marinade. Though, let me just say, I am not a basic bitch. I do love a pumpkin spice latte. But aside from that, I can make many, many things. I am trying things that I've never tried before right now. That does not mean that I cannot. My family is from New Orleans. I know how to make really amazing things. So if you want me to impress your boss, you better give me some notice or else we're having chicken. Moving on. Marinade. Okay, so that just burned me up again. I was so mad. Like, who do you think you are? Men. Okay, so for the marinade, you do need a tablespoon of fennel seeds, and I don't have, what is it? A metal and pestle? A mortar and pestle? Is that what it's called? Anyway, whatever it is, I ain't got it, okay? Smells so good. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And tablespoon of coriander. Shoot. If it's already ground, is it 1-to-1? Well, it is today. Okay. To this, we add a 1/4 cup of ground sugar. Tablespoon of salt. 5 sage leaves, finely chopped. Okay. I guess that's this. Okay, cool. That was quick. And you, just because you're sticking out. Guys, tell me why I was only yesterday old when I realized how delicious fried sage is. Like, I know I've had it before, but I didn't realize that I'd had it before. It's one of those things where it's like in dishes or it's on dishes as a garnish, but like fried sage. Who knew it was so delicious? I sharpened my knife. 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. The zest of 2 medium oranges. All right, we're going to do the zest of whatever size orange this is because my hand is killing me. Boom, tarragon. Now, she says to mash it together until it makes a paste, which it's doing very quickly and very easily. All right, looks good. So now we just need our chicken. So far as I know, what makes a spatchcock chicken spatchcock is the fact that you flatten it. And the way to do that, per her instructions, and because I kind of already knew this, is you find the spine and you literally just cut it out. Okay. And then I'm going to keep this and roast it for the stock. Okay. Now, I believe all I need to do is press down on the breastbone and it should. It's slippery. Oh my God. The thigh is all. Come on. Guys, I'm not a very good bone breaker. You're supposed to break the wishbone, but this thing is like not cooperating. But it looks pretty flat though. It's just, I feel like I can feel it and it's not like, or maybe is this as flat as it's supposed to go? No, because this isn't flat. I thought my chicken was dry, but maybe it wasn't dry enough. Okay. I think I got it that time. All right. Now I think she put the chicken on and then did the marinade. And even if she didn't, that's what we're going to do. All right. I'm just going to dry this just a little bit more just in case. All right. Marinade. Now, the Black woman in me thinks that I should have put butter between the skin and the meat, but I am also not the professional. And this woman works for New York Times. And so we're going to do her recipe the way that she intended. But if it comes out bland, just know I said it. I mean, there wasn't even any salting of the bird either. You just make this marinade. So we shall see. But with 104 million followers, I feel like she's got to be onto something. She's not pretty, but she does smell amazing. So I'm going to throw this in the oven at 425 covered in foil for 20 minutes and then remove the foil and do it for another 30 minutes. And potentially, if it's not ready at that point, then you just check it every 10 minutes just to make sure and then baste it a little bit. I feel like this is a lot of work, so I hope it tastes good. We shall see. Guys, the house smells amazing. Do you hear me? This smells amazing. And if I can, I'll show you. I'll put in a picture of what her picture looks like and a picture of what mine looks like. Because they don't look anything alike at all. But first of all, I got this platter I thrifted it actually, and it's adorable because it has like little fruits and vegetables all the way around, and I got it for $3. So I'm trying to get into like, my thrifting era, but we'll see. I'm just gonna take my fork and dig in because I have literally been dying to taste this. I don't know how she did that, but that is amazing. Probably the best roast chicken I've ever made. Hands down. So good. Now, I will say, I had my doubts. Man, it tastes the way that it smells, and it's like a flavor bomb in your mouth. It's so good. Well, guys, thanks for hanging with me. But I'm gonna have dinner. See you next time.